Two crucial games in the NBL on Saturday that have heavy weight on what will happen in the top six and who will make the playoffs or not. Now, before we go into them, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and comment what you think is going to happen in these two games. Now, those of you that follow the channel, you'll know that I'm a Tassie JackJumpers supporter, but they're coming up against Southeast Melbourne, who are my dark horse to contend for the championship despite their most recent loss to Sydney. Now, for Tassie, Southeast Melbourne are an absolute bogey team. The Phoenix have won 5 of their past 6 matches, and with Tasmania on a 3-game losing streak and hanging on to that last spot in the top 6, they're really going to have it tough against the Phoenix and the likes of Matt Hurt, which is going to prove to be too much for them to stop. Look, Matt Hurt has had 2 20-plus point games against Tasmania this year as he attacks their vulnerability in the paint. They're not very good at stopping these big power forwards that are a little bit agile and that can also shoot from the perimeter. So expect Matt Hurt to have another 20-plus point game in this one. Also, the line is just sitting at 6.5 points. I expect Southeast Melbourne to power over that line against Tasmania due to the fact that Tasmania are having major problems now with Sean McDonald out of scoring points, just like they did at the start of the year when Sean McDonald was also injured. They've scored 77 points or less in their past 3 matches. So a team total of 89.5 points is way too high for the Jack Jumpers in this one. If they're any chance to beat Southeast Melbourne, they're going to slow the play down. There's not going to be many points in this game, so that's the way that they're going to want to play, and then definitely not going over that 89.5 point mark. So expect Southeast Melbourne to cover the 6.5 points, Jack Jumpers to stay under 89.5 point team total, and Matt Hurt to have another big game against the Jackies with 20-plus points. Now, game 2, the Perth Wildcats versus the very, very dangerous wooden spooners, the Cairns Taipans. Look, this game's unpredictable to me when it comes to the line. The line is 11.5 points in favour, obviously, of Perth at RAC Arena. But we saw what the Taipans did again against the Illawarra Hawks, the top team in the comp. Second time in 20 days that they have beaten the Hawks. Look, Cairns have absolutely nothing to lose. They're the wooden spooners already this season, and they can play however they want. They're working things out. They're playing without their best players. Their best players are in. Look, it's like playing Russian roulette. Just put a bullet in and spin, and you just never know what you are going to get out of the gun when it comes to the Taipans. So staying away from the 11.5 point line, but the over is definitely in play here. 3 of the past 4 games between Perth and Cairns have gone 205 points or more, with an average over those 4 games of 202.25. So with the game total at 195.5, see this going well over, because there's 2 situations here. Perth are either going to blow out the Taipans just like they did last game and put up 128 points themselves, or this is going to be a tit-for-tat, a back-and-forth match with a lot of scoring from both teams, which is also going to push it over. So with all these points, you've got to definitely go towards the player props. Bryce Cotton's been a little bit quiet for his standard the last 2 games. He scored over 30-plus points in 7 of his past 11 games, and he's had 2 games in a row where he has scored under that mark. So expect Bryce Cotton to go absolutely off for the Perth Wildcats. In both games that they've played this season, he has scored over 30 points. I believe it was even 44 points the last time they played. So expect Bryce Cotton to go 30-plus. And also, Christian Doolittle has been on an absolute tear since coming back from injury. He scored 60 points himself in his past 2 games, plus 17 rebounds. So Christian Doolittle's going to be an important piece, especially if they want to space the floor for Bryce Cotton. So Christian Doolittle also a little bit shorter odds at 15 plus points at 154 in most books, but just think this could be a perimeter battle. Doolittle will still score and he'll be good for 15 plus, but maybe not the 30 mark like he has been scoring the last 2 matches. So in this one, take the over game total, take Bryce Cotton 30 plus, Christian Doolittle 15 plus. There are your best 6 bets for NBL Saturday. Now just remember, gamble responsibly and happy punting.